Hey everybody, this is Vicky with Muse and Means. Here in March, we are still looking at community for our Wellness Wednesdays. And I want us to consider ways that we as artists contribute to community. And, being a member of a community and feeling purposeful and valued in that community goes a really long way towards our sense of well-being. But it's interesting to me that just by being artists and creating our art, we inherently help to create community around us. So I'm curious to know, what is the artist's role in society? So I took a look at the Artwork Archive, which has a great blog site, and they cite 10 different things, but here's just a sampling of the things that we as artists fulfill in society. We are a vehicle for expressing universal emotion. We are responsible for unearthing the truth. We tell stories and pass on traditions. We record and preserve our human history, and we create a sense of community. Those are just 5 of the 10 things that they cite there. So, what are some of those things that we as artists can practically do to help create that sense of community around us that we then need to feel purposeful and valued ourselves, which increases our well-being? Well, here are a couple of thoughts that I have for you. Some of these things you might already be doing. Maybe it's things you can add to your list. Just by presenting our work and creating performances, we bring people together, whether that's in person or online. Number 2, we help to shift the focus of other people outward for a while. It's really, really easy in daily living to get caught up in our head with our own stuff and be very inward focused. We need that respite. We need that time to not be focused on ourselves and shift it outward for a while. Think being in a funky mood or having a bad week, and you sit down and watch a 2-hour movie, and then it's like your Etch-a-Sketch has been shaken and you have a clean slate now. So shifting of the focus outward and off of ourselves. Also, our art can act as a barometer, sort of helping people to stop, think, feel, reflect, and just take their own pulse for how we're doing as people on the planet. How are we doing as a human being on this day? Our art also allows people to learn something new or gain a new perspective. And by the way, as artists, our perspective and our voice is really valuable, and it's worth our time to learn how to trust and tune in to those things and then have the confidence to share them. If you're ever able to offer talkbacks or Q&As as a part of your performances, audiences are very interested in that. They obviously are interested in our product that we create, but they're also kind of curious to take a peek behind the curtain and see how it is that we do what we do. So many artists are being called into professional development arenas to learn from the way artists work and the way we do what we do. There's great value in that in the corporate world, and they're turning to artists to gain some wisdom. We also have an innate ability to collaborate with other artists and other art forms. We're a very innovative bunch. So looking for those ways that we can cross-pollinate art forms with other people and create something that has never existed. Taking some peanut butter, putting it with chocolate and creating something brand new. So innovation. Also focusing on our skills and what we do have to offer, rather than being focused on just what we need and what we lack. So just thinking in terms of abundance versus deficit puts us in a strong seat. Dignifying our crucial role that we play in culture by talking about it, modeling it, embodying it, moving about in our communities as an artist, and the unique way that we work helps to model it for other people They become curious about it and then can engage and invite our work into the public arena. Continuing to innovate and find safe and mindful ways to present our work in this age of pandemic. And one of the strongest ways I think that we can be in our communities and be effective is to be a teaching artist, looking around us, identifying need. What is one of the world's great needs or one of the needs in your community? And asking ourselves, how can my art and my skills and my knowledge be a medicine for that need? Two things that I have done over the years in that way is to use improvisational acting technique to help businesses do what they do, only better. Essentially, my art becomes the how to their what. If they're looking to improve interpersonal skills or build trust within a team or learn how to communicate better, improvisational acting technique hits on all of those markers very nicely. It's also a nice way to get out of the lecture seat during professional development, get up on their feet and put the learning in the muscles. Another way is with juggling. I teach my improv and sketch comedy team students how to juggle first thing before we ever start really even learning how to improvise. It improves their ability to focus, improves their hand-eye coordination, allows them to stay active and kind of get some of the movement out of their body. But it also can help students in schools, K through 12, or in many other settings, learn about topics that seemingly are not related. Juggling can help people learn about rhythm, can help them learn about anatomy, physics, so many things. So look for those cross-pollination points in the world around you, in the community around you. How can your art help to fulfill a need? And by doing all of these things, we are building the very community that we need for our own well-being. So truly, our greatness is not something that we have, it is something that we give. So thank you for being an artist. Keep doing what you do as only you can. Peace, friends.